Is called The Worst Mom on TikTok. Wow, what a freaking podcast name. What a podcast title, all right? Let's do it. I am gonna speed it up just because we don't have a lot of time. So we're gonna play it at let's try 1.75. And then I'll slow it down if it needs to be slowed down, but all right.
Santos was caught licking your Rose toy on live. What the f were you doing with that toy? Brought up to them is not okay. But that's not okay. You know she said she plans on marrying you in Miami?
We already discussed it.
You've already discussed this.
So the most I've ever made on TikTok Live was
In one sitting?
Yeah, we met him. We went to visits.
He's in prison. Why are you laughing? What is up, you?
Hold on. I'm mad everyone has the same mic I have, bro. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna switch mics right now.
Dude, we are back with another podcast with the one, the only controversial queen on the internet right now. People love her, people fucking hate her. Ash Trevino and her beautiful children are here today. Are you excited to be here?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys nervous?
Another one mic podcast. Okay, this one's 2 mics. But bro, if you're gonna have 4 people, I don't know, maybe go invest in some mics, bro. Maybe that's an option, dude.
I would be too, to be honest. Okay, so I want this to be like free flowing. I want to give you opportunity to talk. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your family. Give me the rundown. How did you get into TikTok and how did you start social media? Give me the backstory. Who is Ash Trevino?
So I first started actually my TikTok back in 2019. Nobody Yeah, they don't know that. But I was actually a prison wife. So yeah, that's why they call me the inmate hopper.
You like them felons?
Yeah, I mean I've been with them up until this year. So yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't think about going on Hinge, Tinder?
So now actually I do have a guy that I talk to that is free.
Oh, period.
And,
You're a little freaky.
Yes, and I met him on TikTok.
I think they have something to say. Go ahead.
No.
Oh. So what? So how did you guys start? Did you start because your mom went?
No, I had Musically.
Oh, period. Okay.
So then I had it ever since that.
So you started TikTok because of Musical.ly.
Yeah.
So you do like little lip sync videos, little dances.
Yeah.
Okay. And you?
I got it after Haley in like 2020 or 2021.
And when did you start to notice like a difference in like, okay, I'm doing like there's a difference like I'm making a couple TikToks for fun and then actually doing social media and things like that. Is it?
I see a lot of people saying, why take the kids? Oh, right, bring the kids. Dude, this is more important, bro. If Ash didn't take her kids to Disneyland, but she takes them here, dude. Stop hating, bro.
When your mom started going online? Oh, okay. So it's kind of like mom started it, you guys followed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how's that journey been for you guys? Have you guys been recognized any
Yeah.
in public? Just you guys? Or are you with your mom or?
Just me. Once I got recognized by myself. I was in a store and someone asked me if I was Ashley Reno's daughter, and I said yeah. And she was like, "Can I take a picture with you?"
Oh,
and so I
really?
took a picture with the girl. She was like my age, so I took a picture with her. So yeah,
How does that feel?
it was scary because I was like away from my family because I wasn't with my mom. I was with my grandma, grandpa, and my sister, and I wasn't with them, so I was by myself shopping. And because it was her and her mom, so I got scared. But I ended up taking the picture, and then that's when my TikTok started blowing up more
Really?
because I only had like 50,000 followers. It wasn't that much compared to me now. So yeah.
Congrats.
And apparently now she has 1 million, bro. The daughter just broke 1 million yesterday or 2 days ago.
It's almost making 1 million.
Thank
I
you.
clocked it. So what would you say is?
Yes, it's sped
I'll be
up.
honest, like, girl, you be causing the motherfucking wrecks. I literally was on live and the whole thing, like me finding out about you, I kind of heard like Ash Trevino. I'm like, okay, but I was on a different side of TikTok. And so this all started happening when I was watching, I don't know if you know 2K. King Stan.
I've heard of him.
So 2K, I
I've
watched him when he
heard
was a
of him.
barber, and then it kind of trickled down to Brianna, and then I was like, oh,
You
Brianna
know who 2K is?
was hanging out with Ash, like what's going on? And then it like was a whole train fucking wreck of, loophole.
Yeah.
Like I fell down a black hole, right? Like it was like, holy cannoli.
Guys, it's sped up because I don't have enough time and it's an hour long. We got to get through it.
For me, I feel like maybe when you're on live, right, you're basically talking to yourself, if we're being honest. Like, so I want to give you an opportunity to have like a conversation. How are you dealing with all of this controversy? Like, what goes through your head when people are like, oh, she's a bad mother? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens?
So like I try to tell everybody, but of course, I'm always going to be the villain in their book.
Right.
They've already got this persona that they have of me, and that's just who I am to them.
Yup.
So honestly, I've raised my kids since they were born, never left their side. Till this day, still have not left their side.
But people would say that they're with their grandparents majority of the time.
Well, the little one does live with me, but recently she went back for a bit. But my parents helped me raise them after me and their dad split up. So of course, whenever you're kind of raised by your mom and your grandparents, you kind of fall into like a grandparent's baby. so to
Right.
speak. And so I've never been the one to be like, no, you can't go to their house, if that's where they feel more comfortable at, then why not, but I still legally have custody of my kids. I've never lost custody of them.
So you do have full custody of
Yeah, I
children?
have full custody of them. Yeah.
Okay, and why do you think they would feel more comfortable at their grandparents' house? Like, what is it that isn't happening in your house that makes them uncomfortable?
So
They have food over there.
to be honest,
Right.
my oldest one, when
Which
I
is
get on,
Haley?
yes, which is
Okay,
Haley,
okay.
when I get onto her,
Right.
she runs to them, and they're like the ones that save her, like,
Right.
oh, grandma,
Like, mom's
yeah.
upset, I need to go to grandma's.
Yes, and
Okay.
so basically that's how it is with them. The little one, Eviana, she calls me, mom, come pick me up. Mom, come pick me up. So of course I go pick her up.
Right.
And so she's the one who stays with me most of the time. But yeah, I mean, I used to like staying with my grandma whenever I was younger. So I guess because I know how it is to stay with my grandparent, and I was, basically raised by my grandparent as well. I don't push them
Shut up. You're lying, dude.
to be, no, you're my child. You're going to stay with me. You're not
Right.
going to go to your grandma and grandpa's. Like, no.
Okay. I get that. I personally I didn't grow up with, my grandparents are in Brazil, so I didn't have that relationship.
She's
But so tell me
Brazilian?
a little bit more about their dad. I feel like there's a lot going on the internet right now. You mentioned that the family is speaking out and trying to get clout.
Mhm.
Why do you feel that way? Like, what is the story, and why do you feel the family speaking out on it now?
Of course, and it's not only to him, but it's literally to my other exes as well. There's two more that I'm speaking of. Literally, like as soon as my name started going across the internet, at TikTok, of course, they started coming out with certain stories. Oh, I'm the kid's dad's friend. I'm the cousin. I'm the aunt, whatever.
Mhm.
I guess like now they're trying to get the followers. They're trying to get this. They're trying to get that. But in reality, they weren't there for my kids like they should have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you genuinely believe that these people are coming out and telling the story to try and get fame and publicity, and it's not for closure?
Basically, because if they really wanted to be a part of my kid's life, why not pick up the phone and say, hey, can I see the kids? My kids have not seen their dad's family since their dad's funeral.
And they haven't reached out at all?
They have not reached out.
They haven't texted your phone?
Facts.
Have they texted y'all?
Is that something you guys desire? Like, do you desire to have a relationship with your dad's side of the family?
No, because I'm not close with them. And even if I was, it'd be kind of awkward because I've never been that close with them, like since I was little, obviously. But ever since I grown up, they've never texted or nothing. And then once I found out about my dad, that's when they started coming and talking to us. And then after the funeral, nothing. Unfollowed us, everything, never talked to us.
They unfollowed you guys?
On Instagram, my cousins did. And they were the ones who told us about the funeral and everything. And then after it, they unfollowed us.
Okay, could there be a possibility that the family's grieving and they're posting it online to try and get some closure? Because I feel like there are times where people come out about your dad and they say, horrible things. Maybe
How long has the dad been gone from this earth? Does anyone know?
they're trying to come to the defense. Like, you don't think that that could be a possibility, or trying to speak up for him since he's not here to speak up for himself? They're really just trying to get money out of this.
Honestly, I don't know what's their deal. But whatever it is, I don't know. I don't have nothing else to say about that.
Okay.
Just that they weren't in our life that much.
Y'all weren't in their life. So clock out. Don't try and clock in now. I get that. I feel like that could come off a little disrespectful, especially
like
if you never
6,
knew
7
them and all of a sudden they're like chirping.
Oh, so it's recently then. Okay.
Like, I would be like, I guess, but I think there's a manner of phrasing it being like, oh, he just wants clout. Like, it just looks so bad. Like, I was like, oh God. I came up with a list of questions that are family friendly, and there are some questions that you girls are not gonna be able to be here for, but they're categorized. So your mother has shared personal stories about your family online. How do you feel about your family's private moments being public?
For their privacy, I feel like it's kind of awkward because there's probably things online that they don't want people to know.
Like, what are some things out there about your family that you're like, oh hell?
There was a video of my tia's engagement, like when her husband proposed to her.
Mhm.
That video got out. And I feel like she didn't like it because why would they put their business out? Especially if it was posted, but they're stalkers to go that deep into posting my tia stuff.
Mhm.
Like, it wasn't even my mom, it was my family. And there's like pictures of my grandparents on there, and they're editing their photos. Like, also, I feel like they don't like that because they don't like that. They don't like being online.
So you think your family, you would say that they don't enjoy the publicity at all?
Yeah.
Is that something that like has impacted them in their relationship with you at all?
No.
So they still are comfortable being around you guys and they're not?
Yeah.
Okay, at least that's good.
Yeah.
You had something to say. You went to grab the mic.
Yeah, so about my grandma and grandpa, there was like this picture. There was this picture, and it was like of them together, I think, and they edited that into like people from back in the old days, like George Washington, and they added like gray and white hair.
Not grandma and grandpa.
She's talking about
Like from England.
from England because my mom's grandma is actually from England.
Oh yeah, we forgot, dude. Yeah, she's from the UK, dude. We forgot about that. Damn.
So when I told everybody on the internet I have a great grandma who is from England, they didn't believe me. So they went as far as looking up the last name, the family history, like the ancestry, all that, up until where she's buried and everything. That's how into my life they are. So
grandma and grandpa got
I'm gonna be honest. Those little girls don't want to be there, bro. They do not want to be there, bro. And obviously, I don't think they invited Haley. They invited Ash, bro.
a little cute edit of them.
Period.
Period. Not the grandpa being famous. Okay. All right. Well, that's that. All right. Have there been instances where your mother has expressed feelings of jealousy towards you, and how does that affect your relationship with her?
There's
All
a
the
video going
time.
around of my mom being jealous of me when I was little, having a better relationship with my dad than she did. And
I mean, girl, that's his kid. That's his whole kid. Not you being jealous of a baby girl.
It's not that. It's just
She a daddy
It
girl.
is that.
She said he better love me more than calm down. He was in the he was in there making her. Okay, so he's gonna love her. Miss girl was not. She was just.
Love how Ash says, no, it's not about that, bro. It was literally about that, dude. Shut up.
it wasn't like that.
Okay, continue.
but and then there's a lot of people saying that she's jealous of me because
How does that make you feel?
like I don't know, there's like nothing to be jealous of. I mean, I am her daughter, and they say I look like her, so there's nothing much different from us. Not that I have more followers than her. Maybe that's why.
Oh, so you think she's jealous because she has more followers?
Yup.
She clocked that shit so hard. She's like, I don't like me because I'm outdoing her. I'm not doing the doer.
You have something to say about that?
Oh, do I have?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, I would have had over 1 million and something
Woulda, coulda,
followers.
shoulda, girl. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
But
She
then I
got
did that
money.
mass unfollowing, and then they took my account. So of course,
You hear
but no,
that?
I
That
am
sound-
very. No, it does not. I am very proud of her though. Like I bought her a Gucci purse when for her was it 900K or 800K?
Not even a bed, dude. A Gucci. Dude, what is she going to do? A Gucci? Bro, she needs a cama, dude. Buy her a bed, bro, please.
Bought her a Gucci purse. Like what 15-year-old literally? if
Not
you're-
my ass. I had Barbies.
Exactly.
My Barbies didn't even have a Gucci.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, I'm not jealous of her. I'm blessed to be able to give her the life that I've always wanted as a little girl.
Nah, you're even jealous, bro.
And now that I can give it to her without
There could be though, like, for example, I have a younger brother,
Uh-huh.
and we grew up very differently. Like, I grew up in a very different financial situation than my brother, and there were times where, like, I as a sibling would just be envious of how it felt like my brother's life was a little bit easier than mine growing up because we're like almost 7 years apart. So it's like my parents' financial situation when I was growing up was very different than my brother was growing up. So it could be that could be a possibility where she didn't grow up like that. So seeing you grow up and it's a completely different situation. Of course, you always want better for your kids, but grow up, little fun, you know.
Ash doesn't.
Taking accountability is where you first take the step up.
I mean, hey, I mean the internet's gonna say
Because
what
where
they
was your
want.
Gucci bag at 15?
You know what? I might have not had a Gucci bag, but I had their dad, okay? At 15.
All right, at this point, she is kind of pressing Ash a little bit. We'll see if she keeps it up. Hopefully she does.
So we were dating at 14. I met their dad when I was
You
a
were not
teenager.
at
No,
14?
not that. No. I meant like I was already dating their dad, so I was with their dad at that age.
She said no.
No, I was
She
16.
said you would get
I was
down.
16. I was 16. 16.
Do you say you were
Yes.
14?
Yes.
Oh, you met him at 14.
The mic to them, the girl with 1 million followers. What are some positive experiences you've had as a family due to your mother's online activities?
Like trips?
Yeah, like what are some things because of the social media presence that you guys have? What are some positive things that you've experienced because of it?
Well, we go on trips. Like we just got back from New York and
Oh, period.
New Jersey.
Okay.
Obviously, a lot of when we go shopping, we spend a lot, like quite a bit of money.
Oh, because she like to get down. Did she get Louis? First of all, girl, you know that in your TikTok shop it says that like what you bought, and people are like, "Oh, that is off-brand Louis." Have you ever been caught with an off-brand bag?
No, I haven't, to be honest. Like they think so they
She's
literally
pressing
think
her.
my Louis are fake. I can pull up the receipt right now if you want to see it. I can log into my Louis account right now.
Oh, she got an account.
I got a YSL account
Yes.
Yeah.
and Louis.
Dude, tell her to sign in. Yes, we need to see that. Tell her to sign in.
Yeah.
Fuck with her. She got
Exactly. Exactly. who wants me to be their sugar mama? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Santos.
kidding.
Anyways, next question.
Miriam,
How do you
Bella.
handle discussions with friends who are aware of your mother's online persona? Because I know that ain't easy.
Yeah. So when they found out about my mom, some people didn't like it, obviously. And one of my
She
friends,
said obviously.
one of my friends actually, there was a video about her and my mom talking to her, and
Your mom was talking to your friends.
yeah, because she was on live and it got clipped.
Okay. But she came in the room?
No, we were by the pool.
Okay.
And my mom was talking about her ex and telling her like girl advice, I guess. And people were saying in the comments on my friends,
Ex.
my friend has an ex,
How old your friend?
my age,
How old are you?
15.
She has an ex-boyfriend at I'm scared. Okay, continue.
And she told me about the video and she was like, girl, I don't want this out. I didn't like it. I was like, oh, it's not my fault that my mom was live and it got clipped. And a lot of people don't like my mom going live, like getting clipped or anything because I guess they're embarrassed of it for being our friends and stuff.
No,
I would say we-
because Ash don't give a damn if you're talking about something important or private in the background, dude. She's there about she's trying to win.
Guys, everybody drop a glove, drop a glove, drop a glove, drop a glove.
Lost a bit of friends.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
To be honest, there's nothing I can do about it.
But there is.
I mean, it sucks. Yeah.
There is you could oh my god, dude. There's literally a lot you could do about it, bro. Literally a lot.
Yes. But at the end of the day, like their friends shouldn't be around because if I'm live, they even know. If I'm live, like
Okay.
don't come in my room, don't come in like unless I'm live with them and I'm like, hey, we're gonna do a live. But even then, they don't like to be on camera.
Okay.
So You know, it's, and like she said, what they clip is not, it's not in my control. They clip whatever they want. I can sit here and say something about you and they're going to get the bad part of it. And then they're going to make a whole TikTok and make me seem like I was like side-eyeing you or jealous of you or something. They're going to make something bad out of nothing, literally. So, you know, I mean.
But you don't think that maybe like, oh, hey, mom, I'm having friends over. You don't, like, you would say no to them having friends over if you knew you were going to go live.
So their friends, some of them do not come over my house anymore. Okay. Just because the parents don't feel comfortable because my address is leaked.
All right, guys, hold on. I'll be back.
Okay.
And so I totally agree with that. I understand that. There is some that still come over. And when I'm live, they know. So they stay out of the area where I am live.
So you don't feel like any sort of guilt or sadness that they've lost friends because of it and they've expressed that?
No, because it's not even for that reason, to be honest. I feel like some of their friends are jealous because of the life that they have. They don't go to school anymore. They, well, they're homeschooled. You know, they can just get up and leave, take a trip. And honestly, I mean, there's reasons why I pulled Haley out of school because she wasn't talking to certain friends anymore also. Right. And it wasn't because of me. It was because of things that when you're a teenage girl, you and your friends fight.
Right.
So she just didn't like going because they were having a fallout or something. So, you know, with that, she was just like, Mom, I don't want to go to school no more. Can you homeschool me? So I finally did it. Like literally like a couple weeks into school, I took her out. I said, well, I'm not going to have you miserable either. Right. And so I did what I could as a mom to protect her from them girls. Because if you're going to be a true friend, you're going to stay a friend through the bad, the good, the ugly, whatever. Right. And so for that, they're still young.
Even if she did say, she was like, I've lost friends because of my mom and what she does in the lives and stuff. So in my opinion, I feel like as a mom, I'd be like, damn, like, I'm sorry. Like I would be like, I would want an apology from my mom and be like, look, if I'm sorry if I've hurt your feelings, I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. But at some point it's like, you would not be a topic of conversation with her friends if it wasn't for your online presence. It wouldn't happen. Yeah. It wouldn't happen. Like if you worked a regular 9 to 5 in a regular job where it wasn't plastered all over social media and you weren't, granted, one of the most controversial people right now, there wouldn't be anything to fight about. Like, yeah, they're 16. Yeah, they're going through like hormonal shit and whatever y'all, I don't know what happens at 16 anymore. Hopefully not crazy. But I would feel some sort of way, especially given that, you know, she literally just said like, yeah, like, they don't like coming around and they feel some way about what my mom says. And then to sit here and be like, oh no, like it's not me at all. Like there has to be some accountability though.
Yeah, I did have a 9 to 5.
And was this happening anyway?
It was still happening, yes. I've worked at my last job that I had. I worked there for 6.5 years. Up until December 23rd of this past December 2024, okay. I got fired.
Fired?
Yes.
For what?
The trolls from TikTok literally sent my owner a video of me showing my nip. Yes. Yes. So they fired me. And I just put that out there literally on TikTok because people were like, you don't know how to work.
Dude, that's your fault, Ash. That's not the trolls. That's literally on you, dude. Take some accountability.
Have a job. You don't have this. You don't have that. Well, why do y'all think I wasn't coming on TikTok till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, my time? I had a 9 to 5. I worked.
Your boss saw your nipple.
Literally. And then somebody took a picture of me at my desk and posted it all over TikTok. One of the patients did.
Wait, where did you work?
I worked at a dental office in Arlington, Texas.
How did that even happen?
What?
The slip.
I was drunk on live with Santos.
Yes. You did it yourself.
Literally. I'm gonna do the walk of shame now.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. Yeah. I'm ashamed for that because I regret ever meeting Santos.
No, you're not.
Have you set any boundaries as her kids regarding to anything that's been shared publicly? If so, when were those boundaries established and what are they?
Okay, so like getting clipped, obviously walking into her room, I told her, let me know when you're on live. So I don't walk into her room and they clip me and post it because that's happened like twice already. And they zoom in on my face and then people make fun of me. Okay. And then there's times where I don't want her to talk about stuff about us because obviously people are going to clip it and then share it more online.
Do you think that maybe sometimes she can exploit situations to get views?
I'm going to be real, yeah.
Because that's the game. But that's your kid.
No.
She just said yes.
I don't deal with them. I mean, I don't really like to talk about them, honestly. When it comes to my lives now, I tell them if you have anything to say about the kids, I'm not answering it. If anything, I protect them now. When they come in my room, I cover the camera. When they're around, I don't film them.
But have you done that in the past? Have you taken a situation and used it for views regarding kids? Would you feel like maybe she has done that ever?
Yeah, but not me, my sister. You've taken her when she was sick and you're begging for money.
When?
Dude! Your own daughter clocked you, brother.
You said send the Galaxy to know about my baby girl's health when I was in the hospital.
Oh, that's because, that was like a while back though. But you weren't even in the hospital.
Yeah, but I still didn't like that.
Yeah. But
you wanted my information out for a Galaxy.
I was
literally G Money and everyone else, like Angelito, they could send you.
Guys,
They can send you a Galaxy.
I don't have a phone.
Dude, the middle daughter's not even laughing, bro. The little daughter's not even laughing. She really don't give a damn, dude. Damn.
What's his name then?
Stop saying it.
Oh, double T.
You sold her out for a Galaxy? You sold her out for a Galaxy?
It wasn't like that.
It was literally like that, bro.
In the hospital, give me a galaxy if you want to know what's wrong with her.
She wasn't in the
Say
hospital.
sorry. Say sorry right now. She's about to cry. Give her a hug and say sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
To help me pay the medical bills. Wow. How do you handle misinformation or rumors about your family online? And what would you say the most outrageous rumor has been? Question. Do you have beds
Well, I don't live with my mom.
at your mom's house?
Yeah.
No.
She don't got bed, dude. Bro, we just cleared that rumor up. She don't got a damn bed, dude.
I'm going to Zelle you. I'm going to give you money for, I want a bed, 2 mattresses, 2 of them. I want a headboard.
Okay, listen, I was talking all this mess about the Bops for making fun of Ash, but yo, shout out to the Bops, dude, or this Camila chick for actually pressing Ash on the. This is how you interview people, okay? When they come to your back, dude, you don't lick their ass, their butt crack. No. This is how you interview them, bro. You go straight to the point, dude. Let's get some W's for Camila real quick. Thank you.
And 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house today. And I'm going to insert the clip of the receipt.
There's a story behind that, okay?
Please tell me why your children don't have beds.
Because my mom was actually going to go look at a furniture store because I don't go anywhere publicly at all.
Because you're just that bitch.
Literally. No, like I really don't. Like if I go out, I'm going to get noticed.
Yeah, no,
and if I don't have my security guard, I'm not going anywhere. My mom actually told me 2 weeks ago. She was like, or my dad said that. He told my mom to go to a furniture store and I would give him my card info because here's my card. I have money. But
Yeah, she's rich.
no, I'm not.
I can show you the motherfucking Louis.
But
receipts,
literally. But she never did that. So and then I mean, like she said, she doesn't stay with me. I'm about to move because everything's just getting crazy. And so and I don't have a guy to come build it, but hopefully I can get somebody to come build it.
I'll pay for it. Y'all are gonna have 2 mattresses. You're gonna have a whole 9. Okay, we're gonna do a room makeover. I'm being for real.
Shout out.
I'm gonna insert the receipt from IKEA, whatever you want. I'll let you pick it up.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
But
no, please.
It's like, yeah, I mean, at my mom's house, though, they have a bed.
I love how Ash didn't say, no, Camila, it's okay, bro. Me as a mom, let me do it. This is my responsibility. No, she didn't say all that, bro. She said, oh, for sure, dude. Thank you so much.
They have a bed. And
But
actually,
girl, you gotta have. Come on.
no, listen. Okay, so when CPS did go to my house, yeah. So, yeah, this guy called CPS on me. Okay, I had a CPS case open. So, and also because of Santos.
Anyway, had bed.
She looked in the room. She said, she looked in the room and
she
took
said-
a picture
Of what?
of their room. They have a mattress in there.
Okay, at least
yeah.
mattress. Okay.
But even then, when they stay over, this one sometimes sleeps with me or on the couch. That one sleeps on the couch, or she'll sleep on the mattress. So it's like,
Question: Is it because there's bed
So it's like, why do they need a bed if we have a couch?
bugs?
no, that was like a
I don't
beetle
know
or
how they
something.
even start. I
Yeah.
don't know how to
That was like a beetle or something. But again, what these people need to realize is I do live in a duplex.
Okay.
I have neighbors.
Okay.
So with that, there's going
why.
to be whatever they have does transfer over.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have like roaches or anything. No. But
But
again,
could there be potential bed bugs, or is it just
no,
little
like
beetles?
I haven't found any, but that was a beetle.
Okay.
But of course, people take one little thing,
Right.
let it be a flea on your leg, and they're going to say it's something else.
Well, even a flea's kind of gross.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, well, I don't have animals, but you know, it's like, and again, that's why I'm moving.
Okay.
Because my landlord I feel like for what I pay there, I can literally find a nice house somewhere. And I want a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. I already have a mind
Facts.
on what I want.
Okay, great. And she got budget.
Literally.
You got budget.
Literally.
All right. Well, I'm shipping the beds. We'll get into CPS soon because I don't even know. Hold on now.
Yeah.
What was the moment you realized TikTok Live could be a full-time thing? And what was your biggest month on TikTok Live?
So my thing, honestly, when their dad passed away, I started freaking out. I'm not gonna lie, because I literally would make like $800 every 2 weeks at my job.
Okay, so $1,600.
Yes, I lived with my parents. Okay. Even then, when I lived with my parents, they were saying my room was the porch because it was like an added on room. My parents' house, I'm actually making them a
Y'all are
checkout.
fucked up.
Literally, I'm making my parents a checkout and I'm going to give them money. I already have a number amount. I still have to get a little bit more for that, but I'm going to make them one of those huge checks to fix up their house. Because I asked my mom the other day, do you want me to give you money for a down payment or do you want me to have y'all fix up the house? She said, the house is paid off. We can fix it.
Okay.
I lived with them and I was living paycheck to paycheck, literally like penny to penny. And their dad passed away. I was depending on his child support. So when he ended up passing away, I met this girl that would battle. And so when she told me like, you know, hey, let's battle, I seen how I was making money. So I was like, oh my God, like, you know.
Who was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, her name is Jasmine.
Okay.
Yeah, she still battles till this day.
Okay.
And we're still
What
friends. we still talk.
Jasmine?
And so I just started doing that. And I mean, I've been blessed since. And then like,
But how did it take off? What happened? What was the situation where this became a full-time thing?
it wasn't a full-time thing. Like I was doing it, yes, making money, but saving the money. And so until I got fired,
Liar.
December.
For showing your
Yes,
who-
yes. So when I got fired, I was like, you know what? This has to be my full-time thing now.
How did your parents feel about that?
The nip slip.
And being fired for it?
Um,
Because you were living at their house, right?
no.
Okay, you weren't
I was
living-
already living on my own.
Okay.
And so
But did they know about it?
they heard about it. My mom wasn't happy. I'm not gonna lie.
Is she Latina?
But she wasn't
You didn't
happy.
get your ass beat?
No, my parents don't. No,
My mother.
no.
Well, I don't.
And my dad, he was just like, pray about it.
Okay.
You'll find something else. God's not gonna leave you without.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's when you just started battling and making a lot. When was it like, wow,
And that's when I started begging online. I prayed about it.
there's a lot of money in this, and what's the most you've ever made on TikTok Live?
So the most I've ever made on TikTok Live was $12,000.
In one sitting?
Yes.
In one live?
$12,000 on one live, dude. Damn.
Yes.
How many hours?
Like 2.5.
You made 12 grand in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
12 grand in 2 hours? Bro, and no bets? Bro.
That would be bagging fake, y'all. And her kids still don't have a bed. So what's that funny? Yeah, that's funny. Nothing's that funny when your kids don't have a damn bed. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, well, that's why they're enjoying the hotel bed. I'm just
That
kidding.
I paid for?
I'm just kidding.
She did not say that's why they're enjoying the hotel bed. Camila came back saying the one that I paid for? Bro, you didn't even pay for your hotel. Hold on.
Damn bed. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, well, that's why they're enjoying the hotel bed. I'm just
That
kidding.
I paid for?
I'm just kidding.
How is the hotel bed, you guys? Is it good, wonderful? You like having a nightstand?
Yeah, it's comfy.
No bed bugs?
No bed bugs.
Ew, period.
Yo, Camila's trolling the out of Ash, dude. She's shading her so bad right now. Damn. I love it. I love it.
The first thing they said when we walked in. No, the first thing they said when we walked in was, oh, and we each have our own bed. I said, no, y'all are sharing one bed. I take the other.
Oh, like you...
Yeah, you should have slept on
Mine
the
is their own
floor.
bed, and I sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah. Okay, do you think TikTok changed y'all's life for the better or for the worse?
So I was asked that question actually the other day by another influencer. And he said, would you wish your life was back to the way it was before TikTok? I can honestly say I've been blessed by TikTok because not only do I get paid with the battles, I get paid with the views, like all that. And then the views on my videos I get paid with, and then like my subs and stuff. So I can honestly say it does. I mean, it's done good. But if I could go back to my life before where nobody knew who I was, I liked it. I only had like 50 to like 100 views in my lives. And now there's like thousands of people that watch me.
Right.
And so, I feel like
She's lying. She loves his attention, bro.
I don't
Probably because
like,
they're waiting for another slip.
yeah, literally. And I don't like to go out in public because like I said, people are like, oh, you're Ash Trevino. That's Ash Trevino. Like I've already got noticed here.
Mhm.
So
Different state. She's international.
Yeah,
She's domestic,
literally.
actually.
They can say their
She's
own thing, but to me, like I said, it does have good and it's got its bad.
Mhm.
But if I could go back to my normal where nobody knew me,
So keep the money, take away the fame.
literally,
Yo, just unfollow Ash Trevino.
literally,
Make her not popular at all.
literally,
She hates it.
Cancel me. I want to cancel me.
Camila means it too. I mean it too. Cancel her.
I feel like I'd rather go back to my old life. Yeah, we have money, and I mean, I don't like being online publicly. Like,
And yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Especially you're so young.
yeah. And growing up, that's why I'm homeschooled too. In the beginning of school, people noticed my mom, and I got like in the cafeteria a lot of stares.
Mhm.
And so if I could, I honestly would go back to my old life to being a nobody to people, because that's when I was more confident, didn't care how I look. And now since I'm publicly, I've cared more about how I look, how I go out,
Damn.
and stuff.
Well, I think you are beautiful, and I'm sorry that the internet has literally tore you down because that's not how it should be. That's how anyone deserves.
Yeah, no one should be going after her daughters, bro. Seriously.
I think that there's two extremes, right? Like there's like Kim Kardashian, and then there's like the common, worker. I feel like you guys shouldn't take it so extreme either way. Like there's a balance, and finding that balance, everyone's gonna be a lot happier. Don't isolate yourself. Like you're beautiful, be confident, be true to who you are. Like go out there and do whatever you want to do. Just because you're public doesn't mean that you can't go and follow your dreams, follow what you want to do, and be who you want to be. Like don't let that hold you back, because I'll tell you one thing: nobody else is gonna care about you more than you care about you. So don't let your mother's shenanigans stop you. And you're beautiful. And I think just definitely don't take it for granted either, because a lot of people would kill to be in your position, and a lot of people would kill to make that type of money. There is a balance, and you can't find it. So hang in there, girl. What's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had? You want to know how it smells?
literally walking through the mall and you hear somebody just singing the song out loud. And then they're like, "Ah, Santos, he knows smell well." And I'm like, oh my God, they know the song.
We know the song.
I'm not gonna lie. If I ever saw Ash in public, I would do the same thing.
It's, oh my God,
We know the song.
I don't know.
Do you regret it?
I don't regret
a
it.
banger.
Yeah, I don't regret it. But if I didn't have to just pick that one name,
Santos. It could be anyone. You could just change it.
literally,
Anyone. Who else? Who would you say? Who would you replace it with?
my guy's name, but I can't say his name on.
You have a guy.
Yes, I told you. Yes.
She got a man. They look the fuck appointed. She said. Tell me about him.
They don't know much about him.
Go ahead.
I mean, he was kind of nice a little bit, because when she was doing something, I picked up the phone and I was like, my mom's not here right now, because she let me pick up the phone. And I was like, my mom's not here right now. And he was like, oh, do you need me to call me? Like, does she need to call me back later when she's not busy? And I was like, no, she's like heading down the hall right now, even though she really wasn't. And then she told me to go bring her the phone in the bathroom. But yeah,
That's nice. That's just common decency.
No, because most people really.
It's literally just common decency, bro.
Who has your mother dated?
So he's sweet. He's respectful. That's what she's trying to tell you.
So you've dated disrespectful men, like, and they know, like,
Well, no, there was one guy, and I don't remember who it was. To be honest. I think it was actually my ex that I brought home from prison, Jesse. Yeah, it was him actually.
Why are you
He
bringing
called.
him home?
So he called from prison, and literally,
Imagine dating so many guys and you don't know who you brought. Oh my god.
they got money.
no, like she answered. One of them answered, and they sounded just like me. And he was like, "Where's your mom?" And they were like, "Oh, hold on, she's coming." And so when I was coming to the phone, I was like, "Hey, hello," and he's like, "Don't be letting them answer the phone like that anymore." Like rude. And I'm like, "Bro, like those are my kids. Like if I'm not there."
The fact, okay, but that's crazy work because the fact that a man, I'm assuming this guy's a man, he's not 19.
Yeah, no.
Okay, period. We'll get into that later.
Boom. Clocker shit, dude.
A man, a grown ass man, the fact that all he said was, "Oh, okay, let her, have her call me back, no worries." That is the lowest of the lowest bare minimum. That's not being nice. That's not
Nope.
that is human decency, respect. That is if I call your mom and you answer the phone and I'm like,
Facts.
"Oh, hey, just have her call me back later." That's what everyone should say. Not having, "Oh, I don't know why your kids answer the phone."
Literally.
That's crazy. Like that's
But to be
we need to
honest,
get you on Christian mingle.
no. Well, this one is actually a Christian,
Okay.
and so he told me he is saving himself until marriage. So literally,
Is it Max? Is it Max?
I was like, bro,
You
like
got a song about your nunu. You think you're gonna last with a man?
That's
that wants
what
to
I
save himself
told
for marriage?
him.
No, be so for real.
no, but that's what I told him, and he's like, no, like by my religion, like he hasn't dated a girl in 5 years either. Everybody thinks that. He's on my TikTok. He's always in my lives.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
Maybe a bi man is what you need.
Dude, I can't believe she's taking Max serious, bro. Max is just playing you too, dog.
You want to know how it smells? Ask Max. He know it smell well. I'm just kidding.
It is Max.
Hey, yo, check, clip that.
Well, no, we haven't met, but we're actually planning a time for me to.
You haven't met?
No, only online. Like we FaceTime. Yes, we FaceTime. He just got a haircut.
There's no. Give her the mic. Give her the mic. You're cut off. That's your mother.
How do you know he's not using you for the clout and views? Because you haven't met him before your fame.
Dude, even your own daughter knows better than you, bro.
Let me show you and let me tell you. Because Max
Clock it.
literally
Clock it.
No, because Max literally is not disrespectful. He does not
That's
care
the
about the
bare
views.
minimum.
He does not care about the views. And whenever he is on live, he tells them,
No,
I'm
he's
not
gonna
going to talk
lie
about
to
it.
see how many galaxies and lions you get, so he knows how much to ask you to pay.
No. Literally, he's one of my biggest gifters on TikTok.
So he's like a mini sugar daddy.
He's young, but he's
How
younger
old
than
is
me.
he?
He's 23. What?
Why not? Okay, wait.
He's one of my biggest gifters, and we've been talking since December.
So you're just gonna date the biggest gifter
Uh,
who says he's a Christian that doesn't want to.
yeah, we're gonna save ourselves until marriage.
Ashley, stop playing with me.
No, I'm serious.
No, you're not.
Yes, when we meet, we're
Call
gonna
me.
come
Call me.
back to this conversation.
No, call me. I
And you're gonna be
understand.
like, so does he know how to smell? No, he don't. Wait till the wedding day.
My man.
Yeah, you are. We're actually gonna get married in Miami.
She hasn't even met this man, and she's talking about her kids don't even know it. All they know is that he said he's gonna wait on the phone for her to get there. You know the one thing I said about you before you got here? I said, Ash Trevino is like the car crash that never just it just keeps going. And tell me that's not accurate.
Okay, but listen, you're thinking ahead.
You wanna get married?
No, okay, but
And I'm thinking ahead.
But-
I'm here thinking about your kid's bedside table.
but I'm not.
Yeah, shout out, dude. I like Camila, bro. Shout out Camila, bro. Shout out.
Gonna introduce my kids to just anybody.
I agree.
So that's why they haven't met
But
him.
inmates, am I right?
No. Literally, they've only met 2
They've met 2 inmates and not a Christian man that doesn't want to have sex with you before you're married.
because I
He
mean,
doesn't live in the same state.
No, he actually lives in a different state.
Where?
Arizona.
Are you sure he's real?
He is. We FaceTime.
He's from Arizona. Let's have him on.
If I was to
Call him right now,
FaceTime
call him
right,
call him right now.
Okay.
Let me say hello. Let me talk now. He has a heart by his name. Max.
What can I do?
Are you real? Can I see your face?
I'm driving and you're at Apple CarPlay. Hold on.
Okay. Max, what's your ethnicity?
I'm Hispanic
From?
from Mexico.
Okay, period. Okay, so are you and Ash Trevino in
He
some sort
is?
of relationship?
Are we in some sort of relationship? We're not official right now, but we are talking.
You know she said she plans on marrying you in Miami?
We already discussed it.
You've already discussed this.
Yes, we're having Dean Dip Jr.
You haven't even met her children.
It is crazy that a Christian man is into Ash, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Why would he be into Ash? Someone that is, I don't know, doesn't have the same values as you.
Children yet, who by the way don't have bedside tables and or beds, and you're her top gifter. So I think you should probably buy her kids. Probably take her kids on a shopping spree or
You
something.
literally said you were gonna do that.
Well, that's the thing. Once we're married, we can do that. I know, Camila, I thought you could do it.
I'll take on that role. But
Okay, we'll take on until I get there in Miami.
are you using Ash for her money?
Am I using her for her money? Why would I be using them for my money when I send them money?
That's it. All right,
All right.
all right, Max.
I just wanted to ask you.
He's a sugar daddy, Ash.
He even said our pretend.
He's 23,
Okay,
Ashley.
but still.
He's 23. I'm 22.
I'm not gonna say the word.
He's what? Please.
She's 22? Dang, what? Hold on, what'd she say?
I'm not gonna say the word.
He's what? Please.
Stop. And I didn't know he was Mexican when I first met him. I was so excited because I was like, he's not a Mexican, he's a white boy.
A train wreck that never stops wrecking.
This is the ending though, like literally. So we're about to like just full throttle it and then it's gonna stop.
Give her a mic. She looks much about cry.
She does not.
Give her
She's
a mic.
gonna cry.
Tell me how you're ready to feel.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like it's weird for like girls to go for younger guys, but
You hear that?
it's weird for my mom. She's 36,
She said that loud and motherfucking proud. She said she's 36.
and she gets with people in their
Who are
20s.
19.
In Santos, he actually lied about his age. He said he was 22, but he's actually 19.
You see nothing wrong with that. Like, no, you don't see anything wrong with that. Your kid's over here. She's like, my mother is out here slinging that iron for a 19-year-old. But Santo knows how it smells.
Camila,
Yeah.
they never did anything. That was just for a song. And
Clock that tea.
Girl, you know they did something. Your mom just lied to you, dude. We literally just saw a video of her mom. What was it with that streamer dude on Kick? She literally admitted to do stuff with Santos.
Yeah, I clocked it. Yeah, she clocked my shit. She clocked it.
She said,
Camilla. She said, Camilla, they never did anything. Fact, okay. I didn't see it. There was no video. There was nothing. I didn't see it. You weren't disgusted when you found out he was 19.
I did, and I was embarrassed because I was actually on live when it happened.
So this is Ashley Trevino live right now saying she admits and takes accountability, right? You are embarrassed for that. That made you feel embarrassed.
It made me feel embarrassed, ashamed. Like literally,
Uh-huh.
I was like, that's why I say I wish I would have never met him. Because
But 23 is okay.
literally, you're over 21. Yeah, we can go to the bar and you can buy me a drink. At my wedding, we can have an open bar and I ain't got to worry about you going to jail or me going to jail for drinking underage.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Okay. To each their own.
Literally.
I could never. 23, your brain isn't fully developed. You haven't experienced life enough to be able to withhold what I deem to be like a marriage. Being the fact
And mind you, Camila's only 22, and she's speaking facts right now, dude.
that you are 36 with 2 kids. Like you have a very adult life.
Yeah.
And I feel like for someone that's 23 to enter that, or even any younger than that, even 25, 26, 27, like I feel like in these developmental stages in life, you don't need to be worried about someone, like not saying someone else's kids, because if you fall in love, but I feel like in my head, it's like, why would you go for someone who is underdeveloped?
So with that, I always
Because
said,
your brain does not fully develop to the age of 25.
yeah, but age to me is, I mean, literally, if you're over the age, you're an adult, you're going to be the one to tell yourself what to do at that point, you know? And
Right.
he lives on his own. He doesn't live with his parents. He's already went to school.
Basic requirements. by the way.
Literally, like, I mean, there's so much
Basic
more I can say about
requirement.
him, but I don't want to put his business out there.
Right.
Um,
But why do you think you go for young? Have you never tried a guy that's older or maybe in the same, at least 30?
Yeah, so a lot of my exes are 30. Like the guy that I'm about to divorce this month, he's actually
You're married right now.
I am married.
You're currently married.
I'm currently married. I've been married since 2022.
You're currently married and you're planning a wedding right now with another man.
Mm. But the wedding's not gonna happen tomorrow.
Not real.
This is what
This
you
is not
wanted.
scripted.
This is
I
what
just
you
everyone, this is
wanted.
not scripted.
You want the real.
Tell me how you feel, because I know you're waiting to say something.
Yeah, my mom is married.
Yeah, she married.
She's married. They're getting a divorce.
Mhm.
The guy is awful.
You hate him? Not a good guy. Have you seen him?
Yeah, we've met him. We went to visits.
He's in prison.
You can't make this shit up, dude. He's in prison, bro.
Why are you laughing? I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, they've only met him one time. I only took him to go visit Why are you crying?
Because girl, you are crazy. She married a man in prison.
Mhm.
Why?
This is her second marriage in prison.
Oh my god.
You want to come? Y'all just come live with us.
Yes, please.
Oh my dude. Her youngest daughter is really over it, and it's sad, bro. You saw how fast she said yes, please, when Camila said, "Come live with us." Ah, now I feel bad, dude. Hold on, let me go back.
You want to come? Y'all just come live with us.
Yes, please.
Oh, it was the oldest one.
Well, they have 2 new members.
Did she really said you would have 2 new members? Ash.
Well, they have 2 new members.
Girls, I think I have to end your segment here. Thank you so much. I need to talk to your mom about some things. Clearly, there's a lot to debrief here, and I'm not gonna do what she does. I'll let y'all leave the room. Okay.
see.
I love you guys. I promise. Hey, new bed on me. New room on me, okay? I pinky swear it.
Okay.
Your daughters are amazing.
They are. I love them.
They're very sweet. They're very smart.
They've been the reason why I'm still here today.
They are incredible.
Without them, I can guarantee you.
Go, you want to start bringing home the damn
Without them, bro. You're basically without them, dog. They live with your parents.
inmates.
I know.
No more. Red cards are out-of-pocket questions.
Okay.
So you don't want to answer, you say pass. You were on TikTok live while someone was getting head in the backseat of your car. Why did you keep filming?
Okay, so with that, she knew I was on live.
Who is she?
Her name is Vala, and now she's with Bree in LA. The girl with Bree in LA,
I don't know.
Bree Olsen.
No, I know
Yeah.
Bree, but I don't know. I didn't know that they were together. They're
Yeah, so
friends?
she actually went up there to go live with Bree temporarily.
Okay.
We all met through Santos, and so she knew I was on live. We were actually going to a club hosting that I was doing, and we were in the back seat. My security was driving, and I decided to go live. You know, we're feeling good, having fun, just girls. And she was in the back with Santos, and so she knew we were on live as she was getting up, and you could see her look directly to my.
So as you can
camera.
see here, I do have a screenshot.
Yeah.
You thought that was the funniest thing in the world. As you
Because
can
I
tell
was
in the
like-
picture. She did think that her friend giving head was the funniest shit ever. So here she is dying, laughing her ass off right here. Did she feel embarrassed at all?
She did. She felt ashamed, like literally, like.
And you
And-
thought it
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She was all happy about it, bro.
was that's like you were just thinking this is for content.
So I didn't know exactly what had happened until I actually looked back, and I'm like,
And you start dying laughing.
because you see me in the video, like I'm like,
Girl, you're flaunting that shit. Look, you said look.
and then I said,
Is she from the back?
and then I said,
Does she have an OnlyFans?
no. Well, I mean, she might now.
This better fuck. Girl, you better start one.
She might now
You better start one. 'Cause after that, you got caught. Giving the Gok 9,000 in the backseat of a car.
for free.
You shouldn't have filmed it.
She shouldn't have done it.
I do have something for you. I bought you some treats. I bought you some stuff. Okay, so if you want to bring it out, I'll give you a haul. I've studied you a little bit, and I did give you some treats. You have your Fritos bean dip, your favorite. I'm assuming. Okay, with hot Cheetos. And so that you don't sleep with 19-year-olds anymore. Another one, a clean one.
No, I was gonna order.
Oh, well, there you
Not
go.
the rose.
And it's pink. Okay, our camera died in the middle of an Trevino apology. So we're gonna run that back one more time. Go ahead. Apologize to the community that you offended in using that word.
I'm sorry to the Mexicans. Okay, I will never use that.
Hispanic community.
Oh, the Hispanic community. I will never use that word again or any racial slurs towards y'all.
Or just don't use any racial slurs.
Okay, I just said I won't do any. Yeah.
Cap. Next week, she'll start using them again.
All right, moving on. Black cards, diabolical, chaos, and final round. Here we go. Santos was caught licking your rose toy on live. What the fuck were you doing with that toy?
Nothing.
So he just went,
I just had it sitting right there the night that he came over.
right. Is this the same night you were drunk? Or is it
No,
different?
no, no.
night?
That was
Okay.
actually the last time that he ever came over my house.
And he licked your rose toy. Why did he do that?
Because Santos is a freak. Santos sleeps with everybody.
Did he sleep with you?
Am I supposed to answer that
Yes.
truthfully?
Yes.
Truthfully?
Yes. Did Santos sleep with you? Did you sleep with Santos, actually?
I need alcohol. No, I'm just kidding.
You see, and remember the daughter said, "Oh, Camila, they never did anything." Lies.
Does it need to have penetration, but did you do stuff with Santos? To where he would feel it's appropriate to lick your rose toy because perhaps he's been there down there before.
So, yes, we have done stuff.
Okay.
Twice.
Twice.
No, honey, you're not going to put in my pompas, bro. No, thank you.
Separate occasions.
With a 19-year-old boy.
I didn't know he was 19 at the time.
So this is before you knew.
Yes.
Claimed.
Lies.
Literally, like we
Lies.
did it twice, and it was literally before Christmas. So
That's disgusting.
it is. It is. I regret it.
I'm disgusted
I'm disgusted in
disappointed in you.
myself. That is freaking gross.
I agree. We can agree on that.
Literally. If you got two legs, he's yeah.
The internet thinks you're still getting with teenage boys. What's the truth?
So I'm not. I don't like I said.
Guys, they're not in their teens. They're in their early
literally,
20s.
literally, they're already out of their
20s.
teen years.
Yeah. They're not children. They're adolescents.
Quit making it sound so bad.
It is bad.
It is
Okay,
bad,
Max,
Max, I
pendeja.
hope that you're good. It's a little weird. It's really weird. Please buy her children some
Rancia, dude.
Max is amazing.
They're amazing. Good kids. I don't know about Max.
They're all
But your kids are
amazing.
amazing. What is the most shameless thing you've ever done for TikTok clout?
The shameless thing.
Like the most reckless thing you've ever done for TikTok clout?
Hang out with Santos.
You think that brought you clout? I mean, I think it did too.
The first time we ever met, yes.
Okay.
It did. We had 300,000 views on my live, and we had almost 100 million likes. 300,000 people viewed my
Would you
live.
do it again?
No, not with him.
Okay. At least we're growing.
Yeah.
She
If
would.
TikTok banned you tomorrow, how would you make money? What's your plan B?
I have other socials that I'm working on right now.
Okay.
And I have other
So you still-
collabs coming up.
Okay, care to leak a collab that you have coming up? Good one.
A good one. I mean, it's a YouTube video, so. Okay, just know this. There's going to be 20 guys.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna sleep with 20 guys in 1 minute, dude. Oh my god.
It's gonna be on OnlyFans. That's her first video on OnlyFans. You went in deep.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say. They gotta wait for the rest.
TikTok users claim you've monetized poor parenting by drinking heavily and possibly driving under the influence while your children are present. How do you respond to these very serious accusations?
Okay, so
And why are these assumptions? Like, why are they assuming this?
okay, because there is times where they think that I'm out and I'm drinking, but of course now I don't go live really unless.
So you just
I'm
drink
at
and
home.
drive without going live?
No, I don't. Like,
Okay.
my
I told
God.
you that
She does.
if I'm going to, like, say I'm going to my cousin's to go drink, my mom or my dad will pick me up or drop me off in my car.
Okay.
And then,
Bro, you're 36, dude. You're still depending on mommy and daddy, bro. Get an Uber, dude. You make 12K in 2 hours, bro.
my kids aren't with me. And
So why would they assume this? Why is this an assumption? Why are these accusations?
that one actually came from, I was at a restaurant for my cousin's birthday, and literally this was in August. And they literally had the police waiting outside because they said I was drinking and driving. I was not drinking and driving. I was literally with my cousin. I don't, like, they just think every time I'm driving, I guess I'm drunk. I have no idea.
Okay.
I've never drank and drive with my kids.
I hope you wouldn't drink and drive.
No,
in
no,
general.
no. I wouldn't because why would I risk the chance of losing them?
And money.
When I'm all they have. When I'm all they have.
Yeah.
You know, and
hates her.
And grandma and grandpa. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are great.
literally, they're
Great.
amazing. I had the best parents.
Okay, is by your mother due to complaints to Child Protective Services.
Oh, wait.
Also, disgusting behavior. Reports suggest that your daughters were initially raised by your mother due to complaints to Child Protective Services. How do you address concerns about your parenting that led to such actions?
Okay, so my kids literally were not raised by my mom.
Okay.
They were raised by me since the day I gave birth to them.
Bro, didn't she say her parents? I might be mistaken right here, but didn't she say one time in a video live that her parents took care of them since day one? They raised them, or am I lying, dude? She literally said that, bro.
Literally, CPS just got involved back in, I want to say, September. And they were getting so many calls that...
Because of TikTok Live, you
Yes,
say?
yes.
Okay.
And I was tired of it. So I told my mom, you know what, keep them until this goes away. And they were still making calls, false accusations, saying this, saying that.
And has Child Protective Services come and
They've
deemed
interviewed me.
them- Okay.
But they've said there's no reason. They even tell my parents there's no reason to take them from their mom. Their mom is not an unfit parent. They've closed every single case that we've had.
Some
And
would say you are.
they would, yeah, they would.
Because I think maybe you just portray a lot of things online, and so it allows people to be very judgmental.
Yeah. So again, they only see bits and pieces of it. They don't see me from morning to night. They only see an hour or 2 hours or 30 minutes of my life. And
Dude, you're on live 24/7, bro.
with that being said, my kids have never been in harm's way. I've never given my kids any type of alcohol, any kind of anything else that they shouldn't have. There was even rumors that my kids were pregnant. They weren't. They're not.
Okay.
I've even taken a drug test and I passed it because of CPS. Back in December or January, beginning of January, CPS asked me. They came over my house and they seen my house and they asked me, "Would you be willing to take a drug test?" I said, "Yeah, why not? I'm not scared. I have nothing to hide. I don't do drugs. I'm not that type of person." And so I went that next day and I took it. And they got the answers a couple weeks ago because it took so long. I don't know why. I guess because they sent it off. It was a urine sample. And so, yeah, they've closed that case too. And that was the last one that I know of. But now they can't come to me because they have to go to my
Parents?
legal.
Or, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
I have
You
an
have a
attorney.
legal- Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Period. Budget. You got budget.
Yeah.
You have a
She
very
got a
messy
budget.
personality and a very messy personal life, and I really hate that your kids have been brought into it because they shouldn't know about any of this.
Literally. And
They
I
should not
felt-
know about. They don't even know about how you're new. They don't even know anything, and the fact that this is brought up to them is not okay. Like that is not okay. Your kids should not know about anything about
Yeah.
CPS. Like when some kids, yeah, like CPS shows up. They don't even know CPS shows up. Like I hope you do see that. I really hope you see
And
that.
that's the thing.
not
Like,
okay.
if you ask the girls, they will tell you that they're tired of it.
as they should be though, because that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
but even though like sometimes like your behaviors like as a like yes I am a very strong advocate for like I don't talk about it often but like women when we have children from experiences that I've heard through family members like the woman when she becomes a mother it's hard to differentiate a mother being a mother and then being also a woman for her partner for her husband for herself and I feel like you really mix those two and it became really messy for everyone for the public for your children like you need to take care of yourself as a woman very independently than how you would take care of yourself and present yourself as a mother and I think that this is where everything went to shit because now it's publicized to 300,000 people and more.
Yeah. But then again,
Because people make mistakes.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm not sitting here saying, you know, you're going to hell and you're a piece of shit person, but you have done a very poor job of separating the two to the public eye. Because they shouldn't have that much power
Clock
over you.
it,
The public
dude.
should never have that much power over you. To be able to sit here and basically attack your every move.
and
that
what
sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
It sucks. Like
And I hope that
yeah.
I hope that your kids are enough of a reason for maybe to dial back a bit or just not go live and understand that bro, like, I hope this doesn't affect them later. You know, I'm same with me. Though. I don't have kids now, but when I do have kids, you don't think they're gonna look at me and be like, "Mom, what are you doing on OnlyFans?" But that's something that I consciously know. I'm still debating on having kids. I don't have them. Like, you have these children that are incredible. Guys are great, and I don't know. I think that's why people would call you an unfit mother. I think there is basis as to why someone would call you an unfit mother. And do you see why?
But that's the thing. Also, people don't realize they've only came into my life
Very recently,
yes.
right.
So they don't know how it was to raise my
right,
kids.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, I thought you were talking about your kids just came into your life. I was going to say, didn't you raise them? Okay, never mind. She's talking about the audience.
Even in that small short of time, they formulated such a massive opinion. How does that not hurt your feelings?
It doesn't get to me because of the fact that I know what type of mother I am, and my kids will tell me every day, you're not a bad mom. People are just being ugly and rude.
I know people come out.
Yeah, and they're like...
Bro, your kids literally said yes when Camila offered them to stay at their house, bro.
You do have to take some accountability for some
Yeah, and I
things
understand that.
right.
But again, when I'm at home drinking by myself, it shouldn't matter what my parenting is because my kids are not there. Or if they are there, they're in their own room on their phones with their friends or in the living room watching a movie, and I'm not even online for hours.
But 100%.
I don't know, maybe spend time with them? Watch the movie with them? I don't know, Ash.
And I think people do that on a day-to-day basis. They're just not public figures. Like, people's parents come home from work and they have a glass of wine and they might get a little fucked up on a Friday night, but they're not public figures. They don't have a following. There's no one there to judge them on what they do.
And again, that's why I wish my life was back to where it was because...
Y'all heard it. Stop making her famous.
Like, I hate the chaos. I hate it so much.
I hate it.
But I'm a mean bitch, too. Don't get fucked up. I'm just kidding.
She likes the attention. Next question. What is this?
So I can show you that picture. They actually edited that. I have it on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, they literally Yeah, they did that. I didn't ever post that. It's a fake account that posted that.
This isn't real.
No, it's not. Look, I have the actual picture.
This is the last thing, by the way. I just needed to know what the fuck this was.
Look, okay, so these are all the pictures. So that one is going to be right here.
Okay, show the camera. The picture I'm currently holding in my hand is a nude photo from that I guess was edited from this picture. That's just sick.
Literally.
And weird.
And it's the same exact picture. Look at that.
Yeah.
Same
We
exact.
said that here.
Yeah,
We
that
proved it
was
here.
that was absolutely
Yeah,
wild to me.
somebody's fake account took that picture like this and edited it to make it seem like
Oh,
I was.
just take the picture from edited and post it on.
That's crazy. It's crazy. If I was to post a picture like that, trust me, I have plenty of those.
Oh, did you send him to Santos?
No, he doesn't have any pictures of me.
What about Max?
Cat.
Max doesn't even have no pictures of me like that.
Have you ever like FaceTimed him and like gone frisky with him on the phone?
Max, no.
Santos,
Santos, no.
your prison inmates.
Yes. Well, they're on the phone, and then I'm like, yeah, we do that.
A little phone. A
Yeah,
little phone, like,
little phone.
and the rose toy. Like, thought you did. Well, if you're gonna use it, make sure you use it
Hey,
with your
Mama.
future husband.
I'm
Save
gonna use
it.
it with, yeah, I gotta
with
save
Max.
it.
Hey, mamas.
Well, Max,
You
you're welcome
doing?
for the new toy. I hope you don't have premarital sex. Guys, that is Ashley Trevino for you. Her chaotic life.
Yes.
Listen, do better.
I am, and thank you for
Do
having
better.
us.
I appreciate you coming out here. You've been hilarious. This is the most. I feel like I'm keeping up with the Kardashians. I feel like this is insane. I wish you nothing but happiness, and I hope that you do better for everyone in your life, and create more positivity.
I am. With the following, I have actually, I've wanted to change my following, like,
Just kind of rebrand.
yeah, like one of my friends, Hefa, that I'm always
You ain't
New
gonna
Yorker.
rebrand.
yeah,
She's
she,
funny. I love her.
She literally like helps me out a lot, whenever
talks your shit.
She does, and whenever I
I
was
fuck
going,
with you, Hef. I don't know.
yeah, and whenever she was literally, I was going through my darkest moments, like she was the one that was there for me. Nobody else was there.
That's her
She's my mom.
manager.
So
You need friends like that.
Yeah,
And she'll put you in your place, and vice versa.
she will.
So okay, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
I
you
really
for
appreciate it. Anything you want to say?
inviting us. Guys, y'all have it. I've never spoken publicly to anybody, and she got it out of me. Okay.
Oh,
so that was,
God.
raw, and that's who I am. And
All right, shout out, dude. Shout out. Once again, if you guys want to see the full podcast again without my commentary, make sure to go here to Camila's page. She has the whole podcast. Camila right here, Ash Trevino, an hour ago. So, yeah, basically, they didn't invite the daughters. They invited Ash, okay? This was all planned by Ash, dude. Ash talking about, oh, they invited Haley. No, they invited you, dude. They wanted to clown on you on their own podcast. And that's what we saw. You're lying, Danny. Really? Is that really her manager? That's what she said. But I don't think so. I don't think so, dude. Yeah, she definitely asked the right questions, dude. I'm glad she went on this podcast, because if she would have gone to another, I don't know, let's say another Latino podcast, they wouldn't grow her this hard, dude. They wouldn't. So yeah, shout out to Camila once again for doing this interview. I'm not gonna hear my views. The Bops have enough money. I'll wait for the Danny recap. Yeah, I will be posting a clip about this. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's what we have for today.